Kung makikita niyong personal, si Carla Diskaya, makikilala niyo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pakituro niyo nga kung naandito siya sa loob ng session hall. Lapitan niyo na lang kung sino dyan sa among the resource persons. Hindi, lapitan mo na lang at hawakan mo na lang sa balikat, hindi magagalit yan.
Your Honor,
Excuse
pwede
me,
po bang...
you will be recognized later.
Okay.
No? Tuloy lang natin itong proceeding muna. Sige, miss. Pareho kayo na ina-identify nyo na siya mismo yung kaharap ninyo na sinasabing ang may-ari ng bahay, si Speaker Romualdez, at kailangang umalis na kayo?
Please subscribe and click the bell.
Thank you. Please sit down. And ipaliwanag nyo lang bakit kayo naanditong dalawa. Kayo na yung magkwento. Sige.
Okay, so we are working for our boss, Rico Ocampo, who was the previous tenant of 30 Tamarind at Forbes Park.
30 Tamarind South Forbes.
South Forbes,
Yeah.
sir.
Kayo yung mga staff ni Mr. Rico Ocampo.
Kami po, yes po, office staff po ni
Yeah.
Sir.
Na siya yung tenant doon sa bahay na naibenta noong April 2023. Go ahead.
That is
Continue.
correct, Your Honor. And then during that time, January 29, we were CC'd sa email sa boss namin that we are being evicted January 31 at 3 p.m. Dapat nakalabas na kami ng place. Unfortunately, sa sobrang dami po ng gamit, we weren't able to comply with their deadline. So we have asked TJ Conti, who is the broker from Turnkey Properties. Nakipag-coordinate po kami to have an extension. And we were given until February 3, I think. That was already 2024 po.
And eventually you were evicted. And who informed you that you were being evicted?
We were informed by our boss po. It was parang email po ng law firm. And then sinisi po kami ng boss namin for us to be aware that we have to leave the place by January 31, 2024 at 3 p.m.
Yeah, I was able to talk to your boss, si Mr. Rico Ocampo. And he made mention na meron kayong nakaharap nung you were forcibly being pushed out of the residence. Nabanggit niya si Carla Diskaya. Would you confirm that?
That was February 1 po.
Yeah.
TJ Conti, he introduced us to the contractor, but he didn't mention the name.
Yeah. But how did you know that that contractor being referred to by TJ Conti is actually Mr. Diskaya?
Well, actually, sir, we already mentioned to our boss nung lumabas yung mukha po ni Mr. Diskaya. Nasabi ko, kamukha
Saan lumabas ang
sa
mukha?
TV po, when the flood control project is being brought up. Na.
During the hearings.
Yes, during the hearings.
Okay,
so sabi
so-
ko sa boss ko, sorry
Yeah.
about that. Sabi ko po sa boss ko, tsaka sa colleague ko, tingnan nyo nga, ma'am, tingnan mo pong maigi itong mukha na to. Hindi ba ito yung contractor na pinakilala sa atin ni TJ Conti? And then we both agreed na siya nga.
And he was physically there.
He was physically there.
How long did you talk to Mr. Diskaya?
It's less than 5 minutes po, pero kasi natandaan namin siya because he was the one manning the people na sinabihan pa na tulungan kami para mapabilis yung pag-move out namin.
Kindly narrate the conversation that took place between you and Mr. Diskaya at that point in time.
Okay. During February 1 po, it was just a short introduction by TJ Conti. He mentioned that he is the contractor. And then February 2, medyo nagtagal po kasi nakiusap na nga kami na we really cannot matanggal lahat ng mga gamit dahil sa sobrang dami. And he also mentioned to us na contractor ako dito eh. Meron din kaming deadline. And then we both asked, baka pwede po namin pakiusapan yung may-ari, yung bagong nakabili ng bahay. And then he also mentioned that si Romualdez ang nakabili. And then after po nun,
That's according to Mr. Diskaya.
that is according
Okay.
to the contractors.
Now, nandito tayo ngayon sa pagdinig, ano? Kung makikita niyo personal, si Carla Diskaya, makikilala niyo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pakituro niyo nga kung naandito siya sa loob ng session hall. Lapitan niyo na lang kung sino dyan sa among the resource persons. Hindi, lapitan mo na lang at hawakan mo na lang sa balikat, hindi magagalit yan.
Your Honor,
Excuse
pwede
me,
po bang...
you will be recognized later.
Okay.
No? Tuloy lang natin itong proceeding muna. Sige, miss. Pareho kayo na ina-identify nyo na siya mismo yung kaharap ninyo na sinasabing ang may-ari ng bahay, si Speaker Romualdez, at kailangang umalis na kayo? Kindly answer, use the microphone.
Tama po, Your Honor.
Tama po, sir.
So maski ngayon, sa susunod na panahon, sa ibang pagkakataon, ganyan pa rin ang inyong magiging statement.
Correct, Your Honor.
O ngayon, Curly, it's your turn.
Gusto ko po, Your Honor, na hindi na po muna magsalita ng dere-derecho kasi po yung huli po yung misis ko na nagsalita siya na yung natatandaan ko po yung huling hearing po dito ay nakulong po yung misis ko sa Davao. Kaya natatakot po ako, Your Honor, na baka pag nagsalita na rin po ako, baka po sa susunod po ako naman po ang makulong. Kaya hindi na po ako magsasalita.
Well, Mr. President, ako hindi nagtataka bakit hindi tinatanggap sa witness protection program itong mga diskaya. Dito lang sa Senado, hindi na kayo nagko-cooperate eh. Ito'y patunay na mukhang hindi kayo qualified maging witness. Kung sa Senado, hindi kayo nagko-cooperate, bakit kayo bibigyan ng puwang ng mga taga-WPP? For the record, Mr. President.
Matanong ko lang, bakit ba kayo nakatalukbong? Hindi naman kayo testigo. Matanong ko lang, bakit po kailangan naka-hood kayo at saka nakatakip?
He is a public government employee. Bakit siya nagtatago?
And a resource person, not a witness.
Your Honor, it's my request po as the good chair stated a while ago for my protection po. And security po.
Pero nasa kulungan ka na ngayon. You're in detention right now, di ba? Aren't you in detention already?
Yes po.
I do not see it as valid. How can he... Maybe he's protecting himself from shame. Baka nahihiya siya dun sa mga kasamahan niya o kung sino kaya ayaw maipakita yung kanyang
Ano
mukha.
talaga ang dahilan bakit kayo nakatakip? Ako, nakita ko lang isang posibleng dahilan. Baka sa future mga police lineup, makilala kayo. Is that it? Or any other reason? So, natatakot ka na baka ito, public hearing, meron makakilala sa iyo at magreklamo pa laban sa iyo dahil nakilala ka. Ganun ba yun?
No, Your Honor. In fact, Your Honor, andito po ako to honor your subpoena.
Yeah, I know that.
Opo.
Ang tanong namin, hindi yung presence mo, bakit ka tama si Senator Pangilinan, ano? It could set a bad precedent. Baka lahat ng witnesses namin, resource person, nakatalukbong. At hindi namin papayagan, unfair yun.
Your Honor, I will comply naman po kung ano po ang sasabihin
I think,
ninyo.
that's the ruling of the chair. Kindly expose your face. Please continue, Senator JB.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ang sabi mo raw kay Governor Dolor ay merong kasing porsyento na napupunta sa taas kaya nagiging ghost project o naging substandard ang ilang proyekto sa iyong nasasakupan. Tama ko ba yan?
Honor, again, I could confirm my lawyer before answering it. Your Honor, with the guidance of my lawyers. First, hindi po totoo yun. Secondly, Governor Dolor is also a witness against me. So there's a pending case already filed against me. So it will be incriminating on my part. So I respectfully, Your Honor.
So yung sinasabi mo, yung
indulgence.
sinasabi ni Governor Dolor ay hindi totoo. Sinabi mo na una na hindi totoo yung sinabi niya.
Your Honor, again, I am invoking my constitutional right, respectfully invoking my constitutional right.
So yung sinabi niya na sinabi mo raw na may 25% na napupunta sa taas, 5% para sa parking fee at 12% na iba pang nadadaanan para sa proyekto. Siguro pwede mo sagutin ito.
Again, there's already a pending case before the Sandigan Bayan. I am respectfully invoking my right against self-incrimination.
Okay. But anyway, you can continue to refuse, no? Kasi, pero sabi mo nga sub judice na yan, pero gusto ko lang tanungin, dahil ito yung nanggaling po kay Governor Dolor at sinasabing ito po yung alam nyo, no? Lahat ba ng proyekto sa inyong rehiyon ay ganyan, ang hatian, 25% sa proponent, 5% parking fee at 12% para sa iba pang opisyal ng DP?
Again, Your Honor, I respectfully invoke my right.
Makes sense.